Welcome back to Street Level Marketing with your host, Mark. I'm here with Arturo talking about lead generation with AI and his company and everything he's doing to help businesses take advantage of, connecting with dormant and cold leads and new leads and using AI to like streamline that process. Now I want to talk about, the interaction with the AI and implementing it with your LinkedIn and how we track those, results. And, how does the system integrate with LinkedIn without breaking the terms of LinkedIn's service?
Yeah, what I see with LinkedIn is that you can do the connection request. You can send a first message. It has to be customized because otherwise it doesn't make any result. And after that, you have to normally take care of the interaction, right? It's about building that relationship, but it can take you some heavyweight out of the equation. And there's some softwares that are authorized for that, as long as they don't break, as you said, the terms and conditions. You can do it. But it's changing all the time. Lately, I heard that Apollo is having some problems with that. That is a software that
Huh.
used to be really used for that. So yeah, you have to be careful. That's why limited to the connection request is not a problem, and also the first message, but cannot be all the automation, all the whole flow. I notice also that that you really need to build a relationship with the people. Like,
Uh,
what are you doing? The people don't care about you until you care about them, what they are doing, and understand the business, and build a relationship with a bit more of patience, real relationships. Because otherwise, everybody's spamming, buy, and it's gonna be a difficult to stand out when everybody's doing it.
yeah. And I'm assuming maybe LinkedIn sort of now they're coming out with a lot of their own tools. They probably make it a little bit more difficult for like third party companies to integrate because they can't want users to use their own.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. If now is, I mean, everybody's in AI,
Yeah,
and the big players are gonna integrate in their own platforms with the rules. So it is what it is. It
yep.
happens all the time.
Yeah. What are the first steps a business can take? If they want to start reactivating and re-engaging leads with your platform, like what do they have to do?
Best is to audit the business, like how is the database, what they try to reactivate those, and if the database is good enough and they have a good conversion and a pipeline in place to actually benefit from the service, then it's a no-brainer, because we are only doing it pay per performance. That means that if you don't get any sales, we don't get paid.
Oh, wow.
So I think there's no risk, there's no downside for them. Just try it, and if it's not working, it's not working. At least you know that that database is not. I mean, you can delete it if it's that problem, because normally if you have a CRM or you are doing email marketing, you are paying for those leads. So at
Mhm.
least you are saving that.
Yeah. So do you have a like a dashboard that?
Not at the moment. We don't have a dashboard. We are building an interface now. But what we normally do is that we go in a call, like 15 minutes. We see the demo. If they don't have time, I can send you the demo and just check how it works, because you can talk with the bot and simulate what you were doing with the lead. So try to break it. Try it as a good client. Try it as the worst client, and you can see how it responds and how it's gonna book re-engage that lead for a call. Yes. So one of the things I like about AI is that you can build how the service is working. So you don't have to believe me or trust me that it's gonna work like that. You can see it for yourself. And if you think that in your database that can work, then we implement it, and and we can go from there.
Wow. What metrics do you recommend businesses focus on to measure their ROI?
Normally, in this case, is like the um, LTV. We can see that is working in that way, and also every stage how it reacts, because normally we do a test with 100 to 200 leads. If we with 200 leads we have 0% conversion, it never happened but it could happen, then we don't go and scale with the whole database. So normally it's just the percentage of the conversion rate between uh, the initial number of leads and the final number of sales, and that's good, because even if it's one out of 200 is a good number. Normally we have between 5 and 10%. That's a really good number for the dead leads.
Yeah, I mean, they were getting really nothing for them,
Yeah,
right now. So if you get 1 out of 1,000, it's more than you had.
yeah.
Yeah, how long does it typically take till you start seeing tangible results,
Hmm.
from this, how you're doing it?
Yeah, normally the implementation takes between 1 and 2 weeks, depending on how quickly the tech team sends like the implementation, and then we say 1 month to see to go through the whole cycle. It's gonna depends also on the businesses, because some businesses has a sales cycle that is maybe 6 months, 3 6 months. So it depends, but most business is 1 month, 2 months, you're gonna see something, right?
Are you, is there kind of like a limit to the amount of, contacts you wanna try to engage at a time for
Mm.
you? Like, how does that work? Like, how do you determine?
Yeah, you have limits. You can send up to, it depends, right? It depends, but you can send up to 10,000 a day if you really get to that number. But normally it's gonna be lower, 1,000 or even less. So you have to know how to scale that. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a problem only for business that are really big databases, but it happens. It happens. You need to know how to do at least 10,000, because it's not one time. It's you're gonna have conversations. So it's not like you have 10,000, you're good. No, maybe you have 1,000 and you are capped with that 10,000. So that's a problem. You need to know how to solve. Yes. So
Yeah,
scale.
I guess you have to kinda, sorry to interrupt, but I guess you also gotta build out your flow because like you just kinda said, you're gonna send maybe 1,000 out. You may get some that purchase right away or, commit right
Yeah.
away, and then a couple hundred, you know,
Yeah.
respond or appointments, so you gotta build that pipeline out.
Yeah, and sometimes you have a combo of 10, 20 messages to schedule a call. So yeah, it's definitely not one per lead. It's gonna be at least 10 to 15. Yes.
Yeah. So you say that you only charge if there's a sale now, so how do you determine the pricing? Is it different for the business, or is it like a set of like a percentage? Like, how do you
Yeah.
determine that?
Yeah, and we normally do a percentage, and it depends also on the terms we agree, because sometimes some business prefer to pay by book appointment instead of the final sale. So we have to check case by case. But yeah, it's definitely always a percentage of the profit. We don't want to be a expense for the business, but found money, but it's money that you are not gonna recover if you don't know how to do it. So still, it's a good way, because sometimes a setup fee doesn't make sense. Maybe you're losing money with that, and sometimes it's also bad for us, because maybe it's a setup fee of, I don't know, 5,000, and then the business is recovering 200,000. So it doesn't make sense for us, right? So I think it's most more fair, and we also have a skin in the game with that. So I think it's a good offer for that.
No, I love that, approach because it kind of, you know it shows the consumer, the person you're trying to work with, that you stand by what you do, and it's probably going to perform, because you're not going to sit there and do all the work for nothing.
Yeah, yeah. That we are also. I mean, we are paying for the SMS and we are putting that time, so it's also a risk for us. But we have been offering that service for. We started like a couple of months ago doing customized solutions for companies. Like in Spain, that has 50 plus employees, but we realized that okay, yes, big projects and big pay, but also a lot of work. It's maybe 1 2 months just developing for solutions for one project. So we take some of that solutions and offer in a different, like, close way outside of the customized solution. And we saw that this solution is something that is a pattern in most business. They have leads that are not using, that are not converting, and we is more scalable, and also something that is we can get to more business that way. So that's a bit of the origin of this.
Right. We're out of time for this particular segment, so we're going to go to another commercial break, come back with our final set of time with the show. We'll be back after these messages.